What is your current role and what type of company do you work for? I used to be an IT tech lead for help desk. I work with Cognizant Technology Solutions for 8 years. I started as a Salesforce system admin for 5 years and then transitioned to help desk and then worked my way up as an IT tech lead. Describe a typical day in your current or most recent role, provided that there's no absences with my team. During a normal day, I start my shift by checking emails, checking the group chats that I'm involved with, and voicemail. Make sure to catch all the important things like outages or escalations that might affect our workflow for the day. After that, I open my admin tool to get my admin password, then open SCCM, Microsoft Intune, Microsoft Azure, and Active Directory for any admin tasks that I'll be doing later. Afterwards, I'm going to open AWS Dashboard for our call queue, and then ServiceNow tool for our ticket inflows. While doing ad hoc tasks, I make sure that I'm also monitoring our call queue and our ticket queue. How many tickets do you personally close per day? Okay, so back when I was still an SME, I can close 10 to 15 tickets for any simple request like password reset, user guidance, uh, mapping of network or shared drive. Okay, for any complex issues like advanced configuration in an installation request, advanced configuration or integration or outages, or maybe security concerns that might need uh, management approval, I can say 3 to 4 tickets. But for basic installations requests, I can say 15 to 25 tickets per day. There was once a complex issue that I resolved. There's a group of people that I need to help on a time crunch. I asked the manager to if I can hold a classroom session with them, and then the manager agreed. I started the session. I share my screen um, and make sure that everyone follows my instructions. Afterwards, when I needed to log in my admin credentials, I reached out to them individually, and then we completed the task within 30 to 45 minutes. What Microsoft 365 admin experience do you have? I use Microsoft Intune for adding or checking security groups or adding or checking group policies. Also, checking workstations configurations. I also use Microsoft Azure for LAPS or local admin password. That's for syncing the uh, user's account and together with the laptop of the user. I use also SCCM or System Security Configuration Manager for deploying any software or application to the user's uh, workstation. Describe two difficult remote support session you resolve without physical access. I remember a request that there's an installation or installation for an application called QuickCoder. At first, it was just like a simple request, but there's already two of my SME tried to install it, but they failed. And when I logged in, the ticket was already escalated to our vendor manager. So I reached out to the user and I tried to install it myself. I also failed. And I know that I needed to escalate the ticket to the level 2, but I need to pacify the user. So what I did is I reinstalled the application, I opened it, and I pinned it on the taskbar. And the user was appeased, and I escalated the ticket to the next level of support. The next one is when I help another team to log into the virtual desktop. Okay, it's very rare to have an issue with a new joiner because they are new hires, so they won't be having any problem with their accesses. So I help them um, set up their authenticator app, their MFA account, security questions, and to guide them with creating the permanent password for their account. Um, but the user was not able to log in. We tried reverse sharing just to make sure that the user doesn't have any problem with his account. We also attempted to log in via the web version, but still failed. So I reached out to the UAM team, user access management team, and we found that there's a missing AD group linked to the user's location. So I asked the UAM team to add it, and then after a few minutes, the user was able to log in without any problem. Have you worked in MSP environment? Yeah, just like in an MSP, working as a help desk and a Salesforce system admin in a shared services business, I work on a multiple clients at the same time. I make sure to prioritize the most urgent request to avoid missing SLA. I organize my task by putting tags and categorization. This helps me to know what is the exact process of troubleshooting or the KB that I need to use to complete the task. When do you decide to escalate an issue versus continuing to troubleshoot? There was an issue with mapping a shared drive with a user. It started out as a simple request. As an experienced help desk, um, I tried a different approach to fix the problem. However, it still failed. Yeah. So what I did is I searched for any related tickets, and using our AI tool that time called Snowflakes, I noticed that the error is somehow related to the user's account. So I checked using Active Directory tool and found that there's a discrepancy on the email address that the user is using. So I escalated this issue with the manager together with the UAM team. They submitted a request and they submitted a request on Workday, and then eventually the user's account got synced, and then the user was able to log in, and we were able to map the uh, network drive to the user's account. Have you mentored or supervised junior engineers? Yes, I have trained, supervised, and mentored junior engineers. I have also trained new joiners. I make sure that they are all well equipped with techniques, technology, and knowledge that they need to use to be a successful help desk engineers. Three of them was able or were promoted as SME within a year. I also mentored and supervised list potential engineers. I started with weekly sessions and then turned out to monthly sessions. I taught them that the tractors are not a sign of failure, but a room for improvement and to learn more new things. After a year, two of them was ranked top two and top three agents for the year. Describe a time when a process was broke down. Okay, there was a recent change in our call queue. We are expecting a high volume of calls. However, it turns out that prior to the change, there was no communication emails that sent out to our end users, and tickets got overflowed, and the applications that they are using on the change got an outage. At that time, I'm the only available personal or team lead. So I reached out to the different people that involves with the change. I submitted a request to put a warning verbiage on the developer site together with the link with step-by-step instructions on how to deal with the change. I also submitted a request for an email blast for our end users on how to handle the change. And then regarding the outages, I delegated that to my SMEs. After that day, I asked my vendor manager to have an exemption for the SLA, and then the vendor manager was pleased with my actions, and he agreed to have an exemption. If there are three urgent tickets arrive once the CEO cannot access the email, sign in alerts triggered and locked out on Teams. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. For the CEO ticket, since there's a white cloud team that handles VIP customers, I'll reach out to them and route the ticket to them because they are more capable of handling that kind of ticket. Next is the receive sign in alert. I will reach out to the user and make sure to gather all information. If that's only a phishing or a vishing attack, I'll advise the user to block the sender. If that's turned out to be a true risky sign-in alert, I'll ask the user or educate the user to change the password, all of their password, and then report it to the security team for possible security breach. And then I will least prioritize the locked out on Teams because it's not a work stoppage issue. Describe your home workspace setup, including the room setup. My work setup is located inside our room. My workspace is under a loft bed, as you can see. I have plenty of space here with two monitors for multitasking, two overhead lamps so that I can see everything. Um, our room is noise proof for backup, power, or and internet. I have a large capacity of power bank that can supply any devices. I also have a Type C modem, Wi-Fi with hotspot for my internet supply or for my internet backup. So I won't be having any problem with that. How many power internet outages do you have in past 12 months? For the past 12 months, for the past year, we only have two. One is with the internet provider, and the other one was when there was a typhoon. But I don't have any problem because I have a backup. What is your current employment status? I've already resigned with my previous company. I can start with a 2 weeks or 1 week notice just to make sure that I have ample time to get my new sets of requirements. What is your current base salary? As a team lead, I have a base pay of 80,000. I have research, and based on the data that I collected, the salary of cybersecurity team lead ranges from 90 to 110,000. Why are you looking to move roles? Interested. I already have experience as a Salesforce admin, which means I understand the system, the data, and the user management. I also have experience as an IT team lead, which means I have a strong foundation on leadership, process optimization, and stakeholder management. Moving to this new role as a team lead in a cybersecurity company is not just continuing my technical career. This means that I'm positioning myself in the forefront of safeguarding the business against the evolving threat, which is AI. Plus, it's the most strategic and high demand areas in IT today. That's it.